Before I begin, this story is up 18 years. When you have kids around, please use headphones. Thank you for your understanding. Vengeance. 85 years ago, Munich's main synagogue was demolished on direct orders from Adolf Hitler, a terrible harbinger of the destruction to come. The synagogue was among the first Jewish places of worship to be destroyed in Hitler's Germany. 5 months later, the Nazis organized countrywide pogroms and laid waste to most of the country's synagogues, as well as Jewish cultural institutions and businesses. This was the beginning of the Holocaust, the systematic elimination of the Jewish people. 6 million Jewish people got murdered in the Second World War. After the war, a Jewish priest from Munich formed a clay figure and conjured it with these words in Hebrew. If Jewish synagogues get destroyed in Munich again, you wake up and punish the destroyers so hard you can. Show no mercy. This figure is called a golem and is created to protect and vengeance against the evil attackers. He buried it in a crypt on the Jewish cemetery in Munich. Today it is Friday evening and many Jewish people are going to the new synagogue in Munich to celebrate the Sabbath. Sabbath or Shabbat is a weekly holiday that celebrates creation and offers a respite from the hectic pace of the rest of the week. Shabbat begins at sundown on Friday and ends with Havdalah, a short ceremony that separates Shabbat from the rest of the week, on Saturday evening. Many Jewish communities hold Shabbat services on both Friday night and Saturday morning, and sometimes also on Friday afternoon and on Saturday afternoon and evening. They don't know that a group of neo-Nazis is planning a terrorist attack on this holy place. Before I continue, please don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Hit the bell to get news about new posts. I wish you a great time with my story. Five Nazis dress up like the Jewish community mixed under the people in the synagogue. Every one of them has a created C4 plastic explosive covered in a pen. It has a little microchip for the timer and a little battery enough for the electric impulse to explode the C4 in the pen. The explosion is strong enough to injure or kill people around them. The timer is set up to 5 minutes and starts with pressing the pen button. Nobody noticed that the Nazis placed the explosives under the chairs of the praying people. The 5 terrorists have a lot of time to leave the synagogue. The explosion was so strong that 20 people are injured, and 5 of them died later in the hospital from severe internal bleeding. Most of the equipment from the synagogue is destroyed. The police lost the traces of the 5 terrorists. A recording from a video camera showed how they vanished into the dark. They had no cell phones, so the police couldn't track them. Their heads were covered with black Jewish hats and fake hair. The police are searching for witnesses without success. In a vanished old industrial building, the 5 Nazis are hiding and making fun of what they did. They are very proud that they killed 5 people. But they don't know that in a Jewish cemetery, a creature awakes. 5 Jewish people died and it is on the hunt for the 5 terrorists. It is a golem. Over 80 years it was sleeping in its crypt. It knows where the Nazis are hiding. It's a supernatural power that guides the golem. Hollow for innocent people is the golem on the way to punish the terrorists. Blood by blood will be the punishment. The 5 terrorists having a party with beer and Nazi music. They make jokes and parole until the door from the building gets smashed in pieces by the creature. A 10-foot monster comes in. The body is made of clay and rocks. The Nazis have assault weapons in the building. Everyone is taking one and starts shooting the creature. The creature is indestructible. It is running forward and crushing one Nazi's head in pieces like when a melon falls on the floor. Another terrorist is trying to punch the creature. It catches his arm and breaks it. Then it takes his head and breaks his neck too. 2 are dead now. The other 3 want to run away, but the golem is fast. It punches the next Nazi to death. The other 2 are running downstairs to the cellar and closing a solid steel door. The golem runs through the wall and takes each of them in a chokehold. It lifts both up and smashes them against the steel door. Then it hits them to death. All 5 terrorists are eliminated. The golem did vengeance and falls apart in pieces. Of the noise, the neighborhood calls the police. They find 5 dead terrorists and a lot of dirt and rocks in the building. They also find 10 rifles, 20 assault weapons, guns, knives, grenades, and C4 plastic explosives. They observe a computer in the building and find emails to a leader of a group of Nazis. They find out that this group is planning attacks on Jewish buildings around Germany. After some police raids, they arrested the leader and a lot of members of the terrorist group. Until today the police don't know who killed the 5 Nazis. Thanks to the golem, nothing worse happens anymore. End of the story.